8 well-known Republican attorneys, judges, and politicians say they want conservatives in particular to know the 2020 election wasn't stolen. Former President Donald Trump lost. They've published a report called Lost Not Stolen, which re-examines the lawsuits filed by Trump and his supporters, calling for election results to be overturned in 6 tightly contested battleground states, including Pennsylvania.
Our conclusion was that this election was not voter fraud on a scale that affected a single precinct, a single state. The election was won by Joe Biden, lost by Mr. Trump. It was not stolen.
The report says failed election challenges should inspire more trust in our election security. Most focused on mail-in and absentee voting, extended pre-election deadlines, or technically deficient ballots. One suit would have thrown out close to 7 million mail-in ballots that either lacked secrecy envelopes, didn't have a date and signature on the outside envelope, or were dropped off by someone other than the voter.
Robbie, this is quite truly an issue that this country has been debating for over 200 years. Mm-hmm. It comes up over and over. It was a big issue in Bush versus Gore. The question is, do you count a vote where there is no actual uncertainty about what the voter was trying to do because the voter screwed up in some highly technical way? The vast majority of courts looking at these problems have ruled that you count the votes.
Trump's legal team didn't argue fraud in Pennsylvania courts, and no fraud was detected that would have altered election results anywhere in the country. McConnell co-wrote the report with David Hoppe, former chief of staff to 2 Republican majority leaders with decades of legal experience in D.C.
I'm certainly not an ever-Trumper. I voted for Donald Trump twice for president. If the evidence had said there was something wrong with this election and it was stolen, we would have said that. We looked through the evidence and it didn't add up. It was woefully deficient, as a matter of fact.
Hoppe says conservatives should prioritize stopping the spread of Trump's election fraud lies over partisan politics.
It's important to know that that was the case because integrity of elections is absolutely critical to both people wanting to vote and to having fair elections.
The report's authors also include 2 former U.S. senators, 2 Republican election lawyers, a former solicitor general, and 1 former federal judge also appointed by a Republican president.